I'm Glenn Blair. Welcome to A Geezer's Perspective. No deep philosophical ponderings, no politics, nothing about religion, just thoughts that pop into an elderly, never very insightful mind. I like words, probably because I grew up in a family that read during a time where we didn't even have a TV, and everybody seemed to be familiar with the bestsellers of the day. I don't claim to have a great vocabulary. I just like words, particularly quirky ones. For example, words that to me seem like the exact opposite of what they actually mean. Enervate, for one, means lacking energy. Doesn't that sound just the opposite? It seems like if you enervated something, you'd be making it full of energy. Sanguine is another. If something is sanguine, it just suggests peace and serenity to me. But no, it means optimistic or positive, especially in an apparently bad or difficult situation. That throws me off completely. I'm uncomfortable with the words, I just don't use them. Another quirky word thing, well, those are the words that are pronounced totally differently than they appear. Three have troubled me over the years: Epitome, Bwick, and Penelope. Now to you, that's Epitome, Buick, and Penelope. At a lunch recently, I sat across from a woman whose name tag said Penelope. I said, "Hi," stumbled and ended by saying, "Hi, I'm Glenn." And she looked at me like maybe she should ask for a different table. My Buick awareness came years ago when the couple that lived above us when I was a kid talked incessantly about buying a Buick. They did. Honked when they came home. I went out and discovered that they had bought what I thought was a Bwick. I'd heard about Buicks and seen plenty of Bwicks. It never occurred to me it was the same car. Best of all, though, is discovering at this late time in my life a really good, useful new word. One, if I'd known, I'd be using all the time, particularly over the last several years. Lethologica. Do you know what Lethologica means? Well, I didn't until recently when I saw a play, The Language Archive. It's all about words, and up pops Lethologica, which means, get this, the inability to remember the proper word. I'm not kidding. I couldn't believe it. A perfect new word, something that happens to me and most of my contemporaries now all the time. It's useful. Instead of stammering or muttering when the word fails to come to mind, I grandly say, "Oh, Lethologica raises its ugly head. What are we going to do?" Lethologica. I wonder if there's a room for a word for forgetting why you entered a room, or why the iced cream is in the vegetable drawer melting all over the celery. I guess geezeritis will have to do for now. And yes, to those of you who have asked, this is as good as it gets. Maybe a bit better, actually.